In today's video, I'm going to share with you my number one key takeaway from the book I Will Teach You to Be Rich by Ramit Sethi. Hello and welcome. My name is Peter B. and I welcome you here at My First Million, where we are achieving our financial goals together. So to set the stage for this one key takeaway, I want to give you some background information. There are always some investors, there's always some financial experts out there that you on your personal finance journey will resonate much more than others. I have listened to several talks from Ramit Sethi on YouTube, and to be honest, they don't resonate with me very much so far. And I believe the reason for that, on some core basic principles, my viewpoint on personal finance is different than Ramit Sethi's viewpoint. So, I'm not saying which one is the better for you, but also for your own journey. Think about what can you take away from each person that you will meet about in the personal finance area. And to be honest, I didn't read the book from Ramit Sethi yet. I didn't read I Will Teach You to Be Rich yet. However, this week I was by accident watching a book summary on YouTube, and then I realized there's one very important lesson that I can learn from Ramit, even though on the fundamentals side I differ in some aspects. And I want to share this new learning for me with you. So to level set the differences between Ramit and my viewpoints on personal finance is, at least the perception I got from the talks that he has been giving, is you don't need to pay too much attention on the details. In contrast, I am very big on the compounding effect. And I believe every dollar, especially when you're young, every dollar matters. Because over time, the compounding effect will jump in, that even a small amount can make a significant difference later. If you don't believe me, just take a look at the examples. If you are 20 years old, you can expect in your lifetime that you will have at least 6 more doubles. So 6 doubles to go in your lifetime. So from 20 to 80, you should be able to experiencing 6 doubles. How does this come from? I think from the investing into stock market, you could expect that your investments should be doubling around every 10 years. So from 20 to 80, this will be 6 times. And does it mean that every dollar that you invest will be 6 times more? No. It means that it will be much more, because every double will have a bigger compounding effect. So if you save $1 at age 20, you will have first double at 30. So the $1 will become to $2. Then at 40, the $2 are doubling again. So the second double will be $4. Then it will be $8. Then it will be $16. Then it will be $32. And then finally the 6th double, it will be $64. So $1 that you save with a 20-year-old potentially will be $64 at the age of 80. So if you're able to save an additional 1,000 to 2,000 a year because you're paying attention to the details, you will have around 64,000 to 128,000 more at the age of 80. And who knows what the future will bring to us. I hope we won't be really dependent on this additional money. But if the life is taking some unexpected turns, maybe we would be very happy to have an additional several 10,000 on our bank at the age of 80. So I believe, at least what I heard from Ramit so far, that's an area that we differ. And therefore, so far, I wasn't very keen to read his book yet. However, after seeing the book summary recently, I'm decided that I will still going to take a look at his book and keep an open mind on the concept that he's teaching. So, after this long story at the beginning, I want to finally come to the point of this video. So, for me, the number one key takeaway from the book, I Will Teach You to Be Rich by Ramit Sethi, is save on those areas in your life that are not important to you and spend where you truly find enjoyment. And I believe this is a very good exercise for everyone to go through, to really reflect. What are you enjoying? Where are you getting pleasure from? And what money maybe you're just spending on areas to impress maybe other people or to keep up with the Jonases. So, can you think about the top 3 areas in your life where you really get enjoyment from? So maybe you can take a break of this video and try to list down. But if you cannot think of any areas yet, I will give you the examples. I was able to define 3 areas where I get a lot of enjoyment from, and probably that other people will even think about I'm a bit crazy in those areas. So the first one on the list is I like the countryside. I grew up on a farm, very countryside. So I used to go out, play in the fields, play in the woods. So I like the feeling of freedom and a green area and nature around me. So this is one area that gives a lot of enjoyment for me, when I can go out into the woods. And when it comes to the financial area, this nearly doesn't cost me anything besides time. I live very close to the city border, so at lunchtime I just can go outside, go for a hike into the hills. And the forests here in Taiwan are beautifully green throughout the years. Then the second area that I get enjoyment from is everything related to food. I really like to try different food, and I have my favorites that I would like to eat. However, because of some health reasons, I cut down quite many of my most preferred food. However, to compensate for that, I decided that I will spend some money, especially on cheese. Yes, coming from Switzerland, dairy products like milk, yogurt and cheese are very common in Switzerland. And if I would need to list my favorite food of all, are different kinds of cheese, especially different kinds of Swiss cheese. So, although dairy products here in Taiwan, so I'm living now in Taiwan, are quite expensive, I am taking the freedom to spend at least some money on cheese. So this was the second area. Then the third area is probably the area that I spend by far most money on. And this is everything related to my children's education. I don't know how much can I support my children in the future. However, I hope that at least I can provide a very good educational foundation with them. So I'm spending time with them to study, to learn things, to let them develop an open mindset. But moreover than that, if they want to go to learn something or enroll in a course, we are usually open to spend the money for it, because this is the area that we can support our kids when they're growing up. And maybe even more so, we also spend a lot of money on books, children books, but this is both fiction and non-fiction children books. So the closets in our home are full of books, and they will get more and more full from children books over time as we are buying more books for the children. And I'm very pleased to see that both of my kids really picked up the enjoyment from reading. So these are the 3 areas where I get enjoyment from, which are probably different than other people. But as a result, where I am also willing to spend a little bit more time and also a little bit more money than other people probably would. What are the areas that you really get pleasure from? Please share with us in the comments below. Thanks a lot for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you in the next video, and especially I look forward to seeing you winning financially.